Hey lovies, it's Nikki Nash, and I hope you're having an amazing day. I was going for a walk earlier today, and I was really thinking about what is it that I want to share with my community today, especially around just entrepreneurship. And I started thinking, oh my goodness, desperation. Like, what is it like when you are so freaking just dying for that next client? And you're like, or it could be the first client, and you're sitting there going, okay, I've literally done everything. Where are they? What are they doing? I am awesome at my services. Like, why aren't they, signing up? And it reminded me of what it was like for me when I was like just getting started. And it's kind of like that experience. I don't know if you've ever worked retail or have had your own brick and mortar store, or even if you can just imagine what it's like if you're like, all right, I'm ready for business. Everything looks great. Everything's in order. And then, you open the doors and nobody comes in. And you're sitting there like, okay, like, but we're open and the sign says open, and we did a lot of market research and we know you guys want this, and we did some marketing and people seemed excited and liked it and shared it, but you're still sitting there going, oh my goodness, like, is anybody going to come in? And what is in reality maybe like minutes or even like an hour could feel like days, and it literally just feels like an old western where that tumbleweed rolls and it's just crickets, and you're like, cool, nothing's happening. I've tried everything. And you're like ready to go outside and just be like, come into my store, don't you want to come into the store? And you just have this feeling of like freak out. And oftentimes that can really read as being flat out desperate. And to be honest, a lot of us in those situations are desperate because we've invested so much in creating a business that we believe in and that we know people want. And then you're just like, where is everybody? Why is this not working? Why is this not happening for me? And so if you are in that moment, or if you've ever been in that moment, I've so been there for you. And I just wanted to give you some tips and advice on how to deal with it, because it happens all the time. It still happens to me. Like, I could be like, oh, sweet, I've had clients come in and it's been great. And then, you launch something and you're sitting there going, okay, but the link's been live. The link's live. You guys see the link, right? It could be like 5 minutes or one day, and then you're freaking out and you're calling friends like, hey, I know when you did your launch, did you have clients come in on the first day? Like, when can I expect somebody to come in? What's normal? And the thing is that everybody's business is different. What happens for somebody who's like, oh yeah, I just launched my business and then I had a bunch of clients, doesn't mean that it's going to happen as easily or the same way for everybody else. And I totally get it. It can be incredibly frustrating, and sometimes you just want to like tell the other person to shut the F up and stop telling you how successful they were when you're sitting there struggling or trying to figure things out. But one of the things that I really like to do in these moments where it's like, okay, I had expectations, they're not being met right now in terms of clients coming in, what do I do? And the first thing that I really like to do is to start looking back on all the successes that I had, because I promise you, at least for me, the first thing I forget about is any success that I've ever had ever. And I'm just like, nobody wants to sign up with me. Nobody wants to work with me. This is terrible. And when you look in reality, it's like, oh, okay. Well, I had people sign up for my email list. I've had people like a post. I've had people, say they're interested in working with me. I've had people work with me. Like, whatever, how big or small the success is, just go back and look at anything that has positively happened for your business. And it could be as simple as somebody liking a piece of content that you created, somebody commenting that piece of content made a difference. Anything along those lines really just reinforces that you are adding value to somebody else's life. And when you really start with, okay, I'm adding value to somebody else's life, it really helps put things in perspective in terms of why you're doing this. Yes, I know we all have bills to pay and we all have investments to make in our business and in ourselves and things like that. But the reality is that most of us wouldn't have, and I would argue all of us wouldn't have started our own business, especially those that are service-based, without the intention of helping somebody else. Because it could be as simple as, I went through this, I struggled through this starting my business, I have seen other people struggled, in life, or I've struggled in a certain way in life, and I don't want that to happen to other people again, or I want to support people who are going through this. And when you are starting your business from that space of just like, I want to contribute, I want to make a difference in other people's lives and in the world, it's a totally different game than, oh my God, why aren't people walking in the door? Why aren't they coming in right now? And sometimes one of the best things you can do is to just keep on swimming, like Dora says. Dora's the explorer, Dory from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep on pushing forward, and keep inviting people to come, keep sharing amazing content, and not getting so caught up in the frantic people aren't coming, and really start focusing on, what can I do to continuously attract people to want to come in? Because, and I'm, again, using this as an example of a literal store, but like, want to sign up, want to work with me, want to at least have a conversation. And everything doesn't happen overnight. The other thing that I really like to tell people is to start thinking about how long they've been in business. A lot of times I'll speak to new clients or potential clients, and they've been in business maybe like 2 months, 3 months, and they're freaking out because they haven't had their first client. And I know tons of people that didn't get their first client for like 8 months or something along those lines. And so while it may not be like what your intention is and what your goal is, it's like, give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up over not having the initial success that you planned for, and really just continuously put content out there, continuously invite people to have conversations with you, to work with you, continue to invest in yourself and your business. And I know it may seem hard because you're like, oh my goodness, like if I invest this money, I don't know if I'm going to see it back. I do that all the time. Somehow I always manifest the money back, whether it's through new clients, whether it's through passive income, whether it's through, oh, I found money that I didn't even know I had. Like, all of those things happened to me when I was first starting, and I continuously invested back and back in my business. I invested in photo shoots. I didn't invest in photo shoots, but I invested in mentorship and having a really awesome coach. I invested in all sorts of things, whether it's like the right email service provider for me for sending out my nurturing emails. It could be investing in Facebook ads, whatever it is. It's just continuously looking at ways that you can keep moving forward and keep developing and building your business, and just continuously doing the mindset work and having the conversations of, yes, it's going to come. Yes, this is going to happen for me. And I'm just going to keep on, moving forward, swimming, whatever it is that you would like to tell yourself, so that even when you're having those moments of, oh my goodness, is this going to happen for me? You're still taking the actions, and you're kind of going, I know I'm having those thoughts. I know I'm having those feelings. They're totally natural. They're definitely human. There's nothing wrong with them. And they're not serving me right now. Because if you are continuously engaging oh my goodness, they're not coming, what's happening, all of that, that's what you're focusing your attention on. And many of you have heard me say before, and if you haven't, this could be your first time, but like, you really get what you are focusing your time and attention on. Like, if you are somebody who's like, oh, I've been trying to bring in new clients, and then you look back at how you've spent the last couple of hours, days, months, and you realize that you've been actually spending more time trying to avoid rejection than trying to bring in new clients, then what you might have gotten is more rejection. Like, it's really about, what are you putting all of your time and energy and effort into? And a lot of times we may think like, no, I'm putting time and energy and effort into growing my business. And maybe you are, but not necessarily yielding the results you want. So if you're spending all of your time posting in other Facebook groups or working on your website, and you never once ask somebody if they want to work with you directly, or if they want to get on the phone with you directly, and you're just putting these massive messages out there that's like, hey, look at me, come talk to me, do it on your own terms, that's very different than specifically asking people if you can contribute to them, if you can make a difference for their lives, if you can give them a free session. So that's just some of the things that I wanted to share with you guys today to kind of fight off that feeling of desperation, because I totally get it. So have been there. And I just want you guys to know that, like, it's okay. Cut yourself some slack, and then start thinking of things that work best for you to keep you moving forward. Sometimes I need to just like go for a walk, or like throw myself a little dance party, or whatever it is, just to get myself out of that like Debbie Downer, like, oh, the launch isn't going as well as I thought it would sort of scenario or experience there. So that being said, if you guys are totally like feeling that or have been there, comment below and just give me a hell yeah, I've been there, like the video or whatnot. Just like let me know so that if you've been there and what you're going through. And again, for folks that are going, hey, I am there right now and I could really use support in moving from this feeling of like desperation to some sort of other feeling of I've got this, or even just coming up with a strategy and a plan to really work through whatever it's going to take to help you bring your new clients and really support you in that. I want to do that for you. So I am offering some free sessions this week, and I'm going to do some next week for people that are going, oh my God, Nikki, like I would love to chat with you. I'd love to, you know, have a session for 45 minutes to really go through what it's going to take to make a difference in growing my business. So I'm just grabbing the link for you guys right now so that I have it handy. But if you're just interested in hopping on the phone with me, absolutely sign up because I want to make sure that I'm able to support you in any way, shape, or form, especially because this is like, for those of you that know me or have been following me for a while, this is what I love doing. I literally love supporting people. So definitely reach out. I'm going to, again, I'm just grabbing the link so I can give it to you guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, give me a shout out. Say, hey, yes, Nikki, I would love to chat with you. Bam. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, and I'll post it in this video, but you're going to want to go to bit.ly, which is bit.ly/free session Nick, and I'm going to spell that all out for you, but you want a capital F in free, and then a capital S in sesh, which is SESS, and then a capital N for Nick, which is NIK. So bit.ly free sesh Nick. Again, I'll put it at the link below, but you're going to want to get that as quickly as possible because I just added a couple of free sessions because I had some folks going, oh no, there weren't any more left. So grab them now while you can. And I'm really excited to chat with you, and definitely comment below if you have any other questions, thoughts, concerns, any of that jazz. Love you lots. Bye.